Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Facebook community. Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to my live session for today. It's been a minute, it's been a while since the last time I went live on any of these channels, but today we are streaming on both channels. We're streaming on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. If you are joining me, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining me here. And if perhaps you are in the replay gang, you're also welcome. Thank you for stopping by to see this video. It's going to be very short. And for those who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Chiedozie Eze. I'm an author, teens coach, and the founder of Teen Success Academy. And so today, well, not just for today, my mission is to help teenagers, help them develop confidence, help them to find purpose, and equip them with life skills to thrive in today's world. So that's what we do at Teen Success Academy every day, every week, round the year. So we have our mentorship sessions going on all around the year. You might want to check that out. But for today, I'm excited about this video, live videos. Like I said, it's been a while since I came live on Facebook. Um, so today I want to do two things. I'm going to talk about the launch of our very special project, which I believe you have heard about. But if you have not heard, I have been working on a three-in-one book bundle designed to address some of the biggest challenges that we have identified with teenagers in the course of the year, and this bundle will be available at a discount during there are two discounts. So there's a flash sale happening on Monday, and then the pre-order begins on Tuesday, the 5th of November. I'm going to give you all of the details for that in a short while now. And then the second thing I'm going to do is answer some questions. I'm going to answer some questions um, coming in from our WhatsApp community, and some persons have sent me emails with questions. I just picked out three questions I want to touch on briefly in the course of this conversation. So those are the two things I will do in the next few minutes. I will talk about the three-in-one book bundle, and then I'm going to try and answer some questions. And if in the course of our conversation here, I see any question in the comment section, I'm going to be able to also try to address that. Okay, so just give me a moment to be sure that all of our channels are streaming correctly. And if you're in the comment section, um, this whole setup is pretty new, so I'm going to take a while to get a hang of it. I'm trying to see if I can read the comments and if I can see those who are joining me live. So um, allow me a few seconds to check and to see. Okay, I'm not sure that I have all of that sorted out. But I see that a few persons have joined me. I'm just struggling to find the IDs and be able to see you in the comment section, so that if you drop a question in the comment section, I will be able to respond to you. But I already have some questions I want to address in this particular conversation. So let me go ahead and talk to you about the three-in-one book bundle. The collection includes three powerful books, very, very powerful books. Trust me when I say that, even if I say it myself. Number one is The Gift of Boredom. Number two is the Volume 2, Teenagers of the Bible, Volume 2. And number three book in the bundle is Overcoming Smartphone Addiction. Now, each of these books tackle a unique aspect of the teenage life, from finding purpose to building resilience to overcoming distractions of the digital world, distractions of screen time. And so that's the reason we put together the three of them to address those three different areas. Finding purpose, finding meaning is what the book Teenagers of the Bible is designed to address, and then building young people to manage idle time, manage quiet time, be able to manage their own focus and improve their productivity is the reason I wrote the book, The Gift of Boredom. And then finally, there is the practical guide on how to overcome smartphone distraction, because there's a lot of challenge with parents and teenagers and addiction to screens, whether those screens are smartphones or what do you call them, video games, games on the phone, and all of that, and different other kinds of screens, TV, etc., etc. So the book, Overcoming Smartphone Addiction, attempts to capture all of these different kinds of distractions and helping young people to not just ask them to drop the devices or to drop the screens or get away from the screens, but equip them with strategies, equip them with skills and with tools that they require to be able to overcome those distractions. So feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Um, Let me know if that you are here. Like I said, this is a whole new setup. I'm just trying to see if I can get a hold of it, but I'll just continue with the conversation. Okay, so yeah, if you have a question, like I said, drop a question in the comment section as I go along. I already got 3 questions that I'm going to deal with at the end of the conversation, assuming that I don't have any more questions coming up. So as let me talk about the books in detail. As a coach, as you know, having to work with teenagers, I work with teenagers and parents every single day of my life, and from different walks, from different parts of the world, I see the challenges that young people are facing in today's world. And I decided to address 3 key areas that parents and teens consistently mention, and you know, all of the feedback, questions, and interactions with this group of persons form the inspiration for writing and for creating the solutions that we bring. Number one is boredom. The world that we live in today, you cannot argue with the fact that it is filled with screens, it is filled with constant entertainment. However, it is maybe ironical to say that even in the midst of all of that entertainment, even in the midst of all of that noise, young people struggle with boredom. Young people struggle with boredom. It's the inability to connect with themselves and the inability to connect with one another, the inability to build healthy relationships, the inability to build, meaning out of their life. So quietness seems to be something that every young person wants to run away. So we cannot sit quietly in an environment without getting agitated in our minds and in our emotion. But here's the thing, the boredom in itself is not the enemy. Boredom is an opportunity for creativity. Boredom, in quote, is an opportunity for self discovery. Boredom is an opportunity for growth on many levels. And that's what the book is going to guide any young person to be able to identify how to tap into the gift, how to tap into that opportunity to get away from noise, how to tap into the opportunity to get away from distractions, how to tap into the opportunity to not constantly be addicted to entertainment. I was speaking at the TIP summit in Benin City a few weeks ago, and I was telling the parents about how that young people today are addicted to entertainment. There is a 1 minute reel, there is a 1 minute YouTube short, there is so many kinds of media and things calling for our attention, so that it becomes very difficult. One of the biggest punishments you can give to a child today is to ask that child to sit quietly in a spot for 5 minutes. They will struggle to maintain that quietness. They will struggle to maintain that peace. Whereas without a level of control over the activities that go on in your life, you're never really going to create something. So people have issues with uh, autism that are induced by screen, induced by all manner of entertainment on our devices that we use, and young people are struggling with that. And what is the solution? What is the solution? What is the solution? So the gift of boredom is a book that helps young people to see boredom as an opportunity, like I said, opportunity for creativity, opportunity for self-discovery. I've also said that one of the most important relationships you can build in your life is a relationship with yourself. A friend of mine used to say that love your neighbor as you love yourself is a powerful instruction, except that a lot of persons do not know how to love themselves. So, how can you know how to love other people? How can you know how to connect with other people if you have not, first of all, learned how to connect with your inward self, how to discover your identity and who you are and enjoy your own company? It is in the place of quietness, in the place of boredom, that we learn that level of self discovery, personal growth, and of course, creativity. I've also created a 30-day creativity challenge coming up in the month of December. And so, for everyone that is jumping into the flash sale offer that we just sorry, Why Teenagers Fail is my book from last year. The second one is Teenagers of the Bible, Volume 2. It's a book about finding purpose and identity in a culture that speaks loudly in our ears about comparison. Okay, so this is the volume one of the book, Teenagers of the Bible, volume one. This is the volume one. So if you have read this volume one, it's an interesting book with amazing reviews. Teenagers have read it, very simple to read. It's a character study of different teenage characters. Sometimes we forget that a lot of this Bible heroes that we celebrate in scripture are teenagers or were teenagers at the time when they made their mark in their generation. So, what I'm doing with this series is to help young people find characters from, you know, ancient stories, old stories, and draw out lessons that they can apply in the contemporary world in their generation today. So this is the volume one of the book, and we're doing a volume two. This volume, I think, has about 7 studies in it. The volume two will have 9 studies in it, plus additional comments and a lot more interaction. It's also coming with 2 workbooks. This is coming with 2 workbooks in the volume two, workbooks to help young people, practice or you reflect more on the things that they learn from the book. Because for me, writing books for teenagers is not just for entertainment, it is for equipment, it is for empowerment and helping young people to not just read but draw lessons and apply it immediately in their life. So we titled it Ancient Wisdom for Modern Times. That's what the Teenagers of the Bible is. It's to help young people find purpose, find identity in a culture that is constantly compelling them to compare themselves with other young people. It is tough for a teenager to develop a strong sense of identity in today's world because they are constantly exposed to social media, digital media, highlight reels, like I said, YouTube shorts, TikTok reels, and all of those kind of things. They lead to identity crisis, which is something I addressed in one of my books earlier. So that book was released about this time last year. Why Teenagers Fail: The Issue of Identity Crisis, where teenagers feel that they are not enough or they must fit into a mold. But it is so important for your child, for your teenager, and for young people to understand, to learn about their unique identities, their unique purpose, and then that will inform their ability to build resilience in today's world. So that's about teenagers of the Bible. The third book in the bundle is um, uh, overcoming smartphone addiction. Overcoming smartphone addiction. And so, like I said, the book is addressing 2 major things: helping young people to manage screen time addiction and helping them to recover their focus. One of the biggest issues we are dealing with among teenagers today is the issue of distraction management. How do I manage distraction? How do I stay focused? Because if I can get a young person to focus on their priorities, they are going to make a lot of difference in those activities, in their academic results, in their behavior, in their relationships, and all around in their life, if only they can master their focus and get away from distractions. Smartphones, like I always say, was designed the smartphone was designed to connect people. It was designed to help us foster greater connection and connectivity with friends, stay in touch with family, and do basic things, because there are a whole lot other productivity tools that come with your smartphone. But for teenagers, for many teenagers, they have become bound to that tool that is supposed to be a productivity device. That tool has become a source of distraction and a source of isolation. A lot of young people are suffering from isolation, which will lead us back to the subject of boredom. Are suffering from social isolation, social anxiety. I'm sitting in a room with a number of teenagers, and I see how this particular child is struggling, like struggling visibly. I could see her shivering as though she was sick, but she is not sick. She's just agitated, you know. She's anxious. Social anxiety is a real thing among young people because that child is addicted to, there is always something to watch, there's always something to press. I often ask, how is it more comfortable that you sit in a group where you're supposed to be meeting new people, interacting with people, but you get disconnected from that physical environment and you are attached to this device on your palm? Constant notifications, endless scrolling going on. They have a need, like a need to stay connected to something. And that need, that addiction can prevent your teenager from focusing on real life issues, real life interaction. Well, how teenagers, get them actions that come with a smartphone. And then other distractions, because not only would that smartphone distract you from having real interactions and building meaningful relationships, but then it also distracts young people from achieving their goals, from doing assignments, from doing homework, and or whatnot that you can imagine. So I'd love to hear from you if you have any of these, if you have experienced any of these, if you can relate with any of the examples that I've mentioned, drop it in the comment section. Or if you have a question, like I said, drop it in the comment section. I still cannot see the questions in the comment section. So I ask somebody to help me see if I can get the feedback. Um, and then I will answer your questions right away. Okay, so share your concerns, share your thoughts, and let me hear from you. Let me hear from you very quickly. In the book, Teenagers of the Bible, it's an amazing book. I don't want to pick a favorite out of the three of them because all three are very very interesting. But there are stories of young people. So, for instance, in the Teenagers of the Bible, Volume 2, we are studying a young girl in scripture whose name was never mentioned. I will never know. So we identify her as the little maid in Israel. You remember Naaman's, she was a house help, I believe, for the army general. And not only was she a house help, she was a slave. She was actually taken captive or prisoner of war, after the invasion of Israel at that time. And then her master happened to be sick with leprosy. And then this guy is going to look for all the solutions from everywhere. And this young girl, slave status, shouldn't be talking, shouldn't be speaking up, found the courage to make a suggestion that turned around the story of the army general. We're studying what would have informed that young girl to be able to make positive impact in the life of her master, irrespective of everything that we can visibly identify as a shortcoming in her life. That is one of the inspiring stories that you're going to find in the book Teenagers of the Bible Volume 2. So you may want to jump in, like I said, on the pre-order offer. Pre-order begins on the 5th of November. 5th is on before pre-order, we have a 24-hour flash sale coming up on Monday the 4th. By the way, Monday is my birthday. So yeah, that's part of the giveaway for the month of November. I do giveaways in November, or always. So you want to jump in on that. You want to jump in on that, and then we can get you onboarded. There's a link that will be shared in the comment section, or you can just write flash sale in the comment section, and we will give you feedback, reply you, and give you the links to join the wait list. Okay. So the flash sale price is 9,000 naira on Monday. Only on Monday, you get all three books for 9,000 naira. Pre-order begins on the 5th of November, which is on Tuesday, and the pre-order price is 12,000 naira. The actual price for all three books is 15,000 naira. So after pre-order is ending on Sunday, 17th of November. So we just have 2 weeks for pre-order. You can take advantage of the pre-order, but I'd encourage you because you will be saving 40% in all if you take advantage of the flash sale on Monday. So join the wait list, take advantage of the flash sale on Monday, and get all three books for 9,000 naira instead of 15K. Okay, and then there are other amazing bonuses that are exclusive to those who join the wait list for the flash sale. Bonuses like you get access, each of those workbooks are supposed to come at 2,000 naira after the pre-order. So you're getting 6 workbooks, which is valued at about 12,000 naira. You're getting it for free if you join the wait list. You're getting access to 1 month free coaching. The free coaching is where we are doing the 30-day creativity challenge from the 1st of December to the 30th of December. Every day, your teenager is going to is going to participate in the creativity challenge to help them practice all that they are going to learn from the book on boredom. The book on boredom is the book that has that challenge attached to it. So if you want to get free access to that challenge, you should be part of the flash sale on Monday. What other offer are you getting if you join the flash sale? If you join the flash sale, you get opportunity to be part of our 2 days end of year bootcamp. So we're doing an end of year bootcamp, 2 days at the end of the year to help young people reflect and recalibrate, reset, and get themselves ready for 2025. So all of that, question and answer sessions, so many other benefits and bonuses that are on the queue for everyone that participates in our flash sale on Monday. So make sure you join the wait list for that flash sale, and I will see you in the list. So I'm just going to go ahead to answer some questions that some of you have sent in to me via WhatsApp or on my email. Um, okay, thank you, Toyosi. Great. I'm beginning to see the comments now. I wasn't able to see comments earlier. Beginning to see comments now. Thank you, Toyosi. Toyosi say I bought the last set of books. Awesome. Yes, all the books are available in hard copies. All the books are available in hard copies. They're going to be available as e-copies, but first as hard copies. So if you want e-copies, you can wait for later. Hard copies also available on Amazon. So if you're outside of Nigeria and you want to order on Amazon, the books will be available on Amazon somewhere between uh, the 5th of November and 17th, when the pre-orders will be over. It will be available on Amazon. But for the hard copies in Nigeria, or you want to ship outside of Nigeria, by the way, we have distributors and pickup points across the country, and even outside of Nigeria, we have pickup points in UK, Canada, and where UK, Canada, Angola, one more nation outside of Nigeria. Like that. We have pickup points in 4 countries outside of Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have pickup points in all of the major cities in Nigeria: Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Benin, and you can name the rest of them. So you want to place your order, and then we are going to find a way to get the book to a location closest to you. The flyers are out on my timeline. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see the flyers on conversation as section. You're going to see the flyers on Facebook, everywhere on Instagram for all of the details. But the link, thank you very much, Joshua. Thank you for sharing the link. The link is in the comment section, so you can click on the link to join the wait list, and all the details will be coming to you. It's 4 days to the flash sale. Is it 4 days or three? Today is 1st of November. The flash sale is on the 4th of November, which is on Monday. So I got a number of questions I want to address here very quickly. Some questions came into my email, some WhatsApp, but basically I respond more to those that are sending to our emails. If you also want to join our email list, put in the comment section. I will guide you on how to get it. If you are not on our email list, you are missing out on a whole lot. But that's a conversation for another time. This person says, um, I just want to be a better version of myself. I don't know whether you mean better version of your children or your spouse or something like that. The second, there are two questions in one. The second question says, my son struggles a lot in school and I will really like to help him excel better. So, first, the first part of your question, how to be a better version of yourself. Go now. It's less than 40 days to the 1st of December. Go now and register for the 2025 cohort of the TIP. TIP is the Intentional Parent. If you're asking me this question, I'm wondering if you know about the Intentional Parent Academy by my own coach and mentor, Coach Wendy Ologe. She's the one that will help you to become a better parent or a better version of yourself, everything that you have talked about in that question. She will help you do that. Okay. Now, for the part where you're asking me on how to help your child who is struggling in school. Now, you did not mention exactly what he is. So I don't know how to answer your question. Maybe you want to tell me what exactly the struggles are, but generally, if I'm going to answer that question on a general note, struggles with academics is it boils down to some of the things I'm talking about. Managing time is one of the biggest issues that young people have with their school and their academic work is time management. Closest to that is distraction management. So you want to help that child build consistency, you want to help that child manage distraction, you want to help that child with some form of positive reinforcement. Somewhere in your question, you mentioned something about the fact that you yell and you shout at your son and things like that. So you're going to have to learn a lot about emotion control, managing your emotions, becoming a more emotionally intelligent parent, and all of that is a skill. All those are skills that you can learn, and they are not skills you're going to learn on any YouTube video. So I'm encouraging you very strongly. um, I think it's 100,000 naira now. The fees are going up very soon to about 120,000 naira for 1 year full coaching program at the Intentional Parent Academy. Take it from me, it is guaranteed you're going to get overvalue for that amount of money. Get yourself submitted to a mentorship and accountability system. Then we can talk about your son. Your son's academic struggles can be dealt with also if they get into a coaching. But like I said, you didn't mention exactly what the struggle is. I've tried to give an overview of what I think could be the issue with academic struggles for your child. I hope that helps. Let me know, send me a feedback from where you sent this message, and of course, I'll be able to check in with you. The second question is a question I really don't want to go into details with for some reason, but I'm going to give you a gift. This person is asking a question about a 27-year-old boy, man. And so I'm giving that detail so that you will know yourself. The question is about a 27-year-old young man, I believe, and who is struggling to make a particular decision. There's a decision that this 27-year-old guy is struggling to make. And so here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm not going to answer your question on live video. I will give you a free 15 minutes access to my coaching session. It's free. I'll give it to you for free, 15 minutes. So send me a DM or send me WhatsApp message, something, and let's find 15 minutes somewhere to give you free access. If I can't answer your question in 15 minutes, then you are going to have to pay for a full session. But I'll give you 15 minutes of my time and then we can talk about this particular thing. I've only given enough details to help you identify yourself if you're the one that sent me this question. You're talking about a 27-year-old guy who's struggling to make a particular decision. So, because some other person is going to send me a message now and said, I promise 15-minute session, I'm going to ask questions to help me identify who you are, and I will give you 15-minute interaction so that we can get into the details of your question. That's how I'm going to deal with that. The final question here is from a parent who said, how I notice my child tends to misbehave whenever we visit our neighbors, like things that you tell her to do, she does effortlessly at home. But when you tell her to do the same thing whenever we are at my neighbor's place, she becomes stubborn, and I literally have to force her before she does it. Off the top of my head, I can tell you that your child is seeking for attention. Something that for her to be seeking, she's probably not getting adequate attention. I don't know from where. From you, from her father, or something like that. Okay. So because you have established that she she does it effortlessly at home, but then she begins to behave differently when maybe there is a guest in the house or you visit someone. So it just speaks to attention seeking. And you also wrote something about the need to control your emotions. You wrote it as part of your question. How do I control my emotions so that I don't have to yell, punish, or beat my child? The fact that you are yelling, punishing, and beating your child whenever she does something wrong already speaks of some issues in that relationship. So you're going to have to work on the relationship with you and your daughter. I'm also going to recommend that you get into a coaching program. The TIP Inner Circle is something I very quickly will recommend to you. Get into that coaching program for 1 year, and the life of your child, the relationship with you, your family, your children will not remain the same. Promise you 110% money back guarantee. Okay, so in that system is where you're going to learn some of the things I'm going to talk to you about, which is controlling your emotions, managing your emotions as a parent. But Wendy will always say that parenting starts with you. So managing your emotions as a parent is something that you need to learn. Identifying your triggers is something that you need to learn. How to replace punishment with guidance, how to replace punishment with effective influence over your child. You are losing influence over that child in case you're not aware. Breaking news, you are losing influence over that child. And so you want to learn how to quickly regain a level of influence by replacing punishment with effective guidance. And then also consider signing your child up for a mentorship program. We run an annual mentorship program that starts in January and runs down to December. So the next cohort for 2025 registrations are open right now. And so you can get in there, get yourself into accountability and mentorship, get your daughter into an accountability and mentorship system. Okay. You will need to learn how to understand exactly what is triggering the change in behavior in new environments. Are there environmental influences? You mentioned neighbor's house twice. Is there a particular neighbor where this manifestation is happening? Is there something about that environment? Is there something about that neighbor that you need to know? And like I said, your child is obviously seeking for and seeking for approval. So she might behave differently at that neighbor's house to seek that approval or that attention, possibly to feel more independent. She wants to feel more because it depends on the kind of instruction you're giving her in front of a neighbor. It also depends on the age of your daughter. You didn't mention the age. So there are a lot of dynamics at work here. But generally, she wants to feel more like a grown up person or more like an independent person, or she wants to get attention either from you or from that neighbor or whoever that is. In that environment where all of this is happening needs to be studied and taken note of, and some of the things that are there. Again, depending on the age, she's testing boundaries. Okay, when in a new environment, she wants to test her boundaries. She wants to understand what behaviors are acceptable and what behaviors are not acceptable in this environment. So you see, there's a whole lot to unpacking your question. If you have picked anything from what I've said, I've tried to help you see that there is something you need to take note of. You need help as an individual. Your daughter obviously needs help. So both of you get yourself into an accountability system, but you will need to learn how to manage your emotions. She will need to learn how to um, appropriately get the kind of attention and approval that she needs. You will need to learn how to give that level of attention and approval to her. Okay. And so, all of that. But hey, bottom line, get accountability, get mentorship. And like I said at the start of this, get into our wait list, and you will not get these books that I've mentioned today at a price lower than we're offering it on Monday. On Monday, we're offering the books at three books for 9,000 naira. After Monday, on Tuesday, it goes up to 12,000 naira for the three books. And after the pre-order, it goes up to 15,000 naira for the three books. So you choose, but I encourage you to take advantage of the wait list because of all the bonuses because we want to plan those offers and make sure that we're giving it only to people who are interested in getting it. The link is in the comment section if you want to get it. Thank you very much for joining me on today's live session, and I will see you again soon. God bless you and have an amazing